Namaste and welcome to SonaliJoshi's Astrojyotihealing. In this video, we are going to see transit of Rahu and Ketu in the signs of Pisces and Virgo respectively. Around end of October, Rahu is going to transit from the sign Aries and go to sign Pisces. Rahu मेष राशि से मीन राशि में जाने वाला है और केतु तुला से कन्या राशि में जाने वाला है. Now this is going to affect each and every sign differently. However, in this video I am just going to highlight one factor, and that is, in a big scheme, every transition of Rahu and Ketu will always focus on their placement in your natal horoscope and what they want to do with it. For example, somebody has Rahu placed in the, and irrespective of how many signs this Rahu transits through, it will always try to find out different ways of isolating you. It can be going to hospital, going to ashram, going to temples, choosing to visit foreign lands, or working from home where you are not reachable to many. This can change, but the focus will be to give you the experience that Rahu wants to give you. That is based on the house placement, sign placement and the nakshatra placement on any chart in your natal horoscope. I have been seeing many charts for so many years, and I always notice this fact. Even though Rahu and Ketu change signs every 1.5 years, 18 months for example, but they are working towards their ultimate goal of giving you that experience. And this, the means, the people, the places that give you that experience will change when they change the sign. For example, someone has Rahu placed in 12th house in the nakshatra of Rohini, in the sign of Taurus. Many people consider Rahu to be placed extremely well in the sign of Taurus, whether it is 4th house, 2nd house, or whether it is 6th house. Taurus placement of Rahu usually gives you access to many resources by birth. And Rohini is a nakshatra that primarily deals with lot of creativity and resources. It is also a nakshatra that deals with food, grains, farming and original creativity. And whenever Rahu is placed in the nakshatra of Rohini, you will notice with every time change or sign change that Rahu does every 18 months, people will find out different ways of achieving the same things by various means. And hence, when Rahu and Ketu are transiting into the Pisces and Virgo axis, always remember they are going to give you experience through imagination. Some people who are in open relationships may have multiple partners. Some people who are religious, they believe in visiting temples, they will go and visit temples. Somebody will choose to go and stay in ashram. Somebody will use this time frame to get over their health issues and they may visit the doctor or hospital. On the other hand, Ketu will try to detach yourself from something that you are very much focused on. For example, if you are very much focused on relationships and trying to get lot of experience related to maybe it is a sexual activity or it is any benefits through those relationships, it will try to detach you and put you in a position where you will long for the relationships, but this time you will be serving others to get that experience. And Ketu will not let you settle at one place. It will change your friend circle, it will change your batchmates, it will change your co-workers, it will make you change your companies, employers, or start a business by which you will try to not to get attached to something, but you will provide service to others. Virgo is a sign of hard work, and Ketu usually is last because Ketu is about detachment, and hence people with placement of Ketu in their natal horoscope always have to have good Mercury for Ketu to function. However, these are very intelligent people. Ketu is about your previous skill set, the skill set that you already mastered in the previous birth. So you must be watching various videos of Rahu Ketu transit. Do watch them and understand how they are going to affect you. But always remember, they are working to give you the experience that they have already decided, and that is decided based on your natal horoscope position of Rahu and Ketu. It is more of house based, and it is then Rashi and Nakshatra based. If Rahu is placed in the first house, you will always think about yourself, your personality, your physical health, and how people look at you. If Rahu is placed in the second house in your natal horoscope, it is always about your family, your resources, your wealth. It is about your voice and how you talk to people. If it is placed in the third house, it is about how you can use your siblings, your friends, your batchmates, your neighbors to give you what you are looking for. If it is in the fourth house, it is about peace of mind. It is about all the happiness that comes through properties, mother, anybody who cares for you, security and shelter. This experience is not going to change. Any sign change of Rahu will always ultimately point to this. And depending on how far away your natal Rahu placement is from the transit Rahu, you will use those resources. Rahu will always give you new experiences, bring in new people in your life from different cultures, from different religions, because Rahu tries to mix things. They will always make efforts to cross those boundaries that are usually placed in our life by Saturn and other planets. If Rahu is placed in the fifth house, you will always try to find a romantic partner which is from a different background. You will try to learn about modern technologies. You will try to always show curiosity towards films, photography, X-rays, all the modern techniques and technologies in every field. If Rahu is placed in the sixth house, you will always enjoy competing with somebody, winning something, trying to find solutions to different problems. If Rahu is placed in the seventh house, it is about your fame as well as sales, lot of connections, and establishing your mark in your business. It is also about partnerships, including your marriage. So people will try to have some mixed experience, some different experience from their own background if you have Rahu in the seventh house. Maybe sometimes there is not enough clarity about what marriage is, what spouse should do for you. Rahu in the eighth house will always help you research into something. You may have certain fears, but you will overcome them eventually. You can be working into the fields like insurance, policy, inheritance, and occult fields like astrology. Rahu's placement shows that we have done something wrong in this particular area in the past life, and this is your chance to correct it. And that is why on the opposite side, Ketu will always try to detach you from where it is placed. So remember, where Ketu is placed, you donate things from there. And where Rahu is placed, Rahu is going to give you many things that you are looking for. Ketu is in the sixth house, so you will try to sometimes not to bother about competition, but you will always face competition in different ways. But remember, you have already mastered that art before. So now you focus on meditation, focus on staying in isolation, focus on working on yourself, because 12th house is always 12 from the ascendant. That means you put in efforts, time for yourself, your physical health, mental health, and your image in the society. Rahu placed in the 9th house will always make you curious about various religions, various philosophies. It will give you that attraction towards higher education. You may not get along well with your father or his principles, but you will always choose to do something that will make him proud. Rahu placed in the 10th house will always make people wonder about what you do at work. What you are working on may not be clear to others. Rahu brings that element of secrecy and a lot of fame and attraction from others. Rahu in the 10th house will always give you new employers, new cultural experiences, ahead of the curve technologies that you work with, because that's what Rahu's job is. On the other hand, Ketu will make you leave your motherland. Your mental peace will be always disturbed due to tension at work. But since this is a placement by birth, as you grow up, every 18 years, you are more trained, you have learned from your mistakes, and you move to the next life cycle of Rahu Ketu. Those of you who are more than 18 years old probably already understood this. Those of you who just turned, say, 36 or 48 years old, you know how your last few years were, and if you're running the Rahu Mahadasha, it can always be very different. Rahu's placement in the 11th house will always give you awards, rewards, and everything that you always wanted. Rahu's placement will help you help so many others. Because of you, many businesses will flourish. And hence remember, you focus on Ketu more, because receiving is always easy and giving is difficult. Learn to give, learn to let go, and learn to stay detached from what you are doing. Hope this video helps you understand the main reason of Rahu Ketu's transits and their purpose in your life. Rahu is going to give you all the different experiences. Be open for it, but always follow less is more for Rahu. How you behave ethically, morally will decide what Rahu Ketu give you. The moment you get on the wrong side, it is a slippery slope, and Rahu and Ketu will not give you the best. And the remedy for Rahu Ketu transit is always, you can do Durga Puja, you can help others, you can donate where Ketu is placed in your horoscope, all the objects or things related to it, and you will get lot of success in life. Go slow, follow discipline, and do whatever rituals you are doing in your family. Anything for your ancestors will always go long way. Namaste. Thank you. Shubhamastu.